Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of Atari 8-bit games, some which I grew up with and some which are new to me. Today is one of the former. Today we're looking at Jeepers Creepers, which was a 1982 release for Atari 8-bit from Quality Software, developed by James Albanese. The game promised nail-biting arcade excitement for the Atari 400 or 800 personal computers, along with fast action and exciting sound effects that will drive you buggy. The premise of the game is that you're being chased by wasps as you attempt to fill in the boxes in a maze. To counter the wasps, you can release wasp-eating beetles to gobble them up, but you need to make sure to keep yourself safe too. In Antic Magazine Volume 1 Number 6 from February 1983, reviewer Marty O'Donnell branded the game the most original variation on the video maze game he had yet seen, and praised the game's use of the Atari's medium resolution graphics mode 7 or Antic mode 13. My complaints about Jeepers are minor, he said. I would like multicoloured players and a save high score feature, but Jeepers Creepers lives up to its publisher's name. It is quality software and I recommend it, especially to arcaders and maze game fans. So, let's go play Jeepers Creepers.
Okay, here we are with Jeepers Creepers from Quality Software, 1982. Press start, otherwise you have to listen to this excruciating piece of music for a bit longer. Alright, here we go. So, on each level you're presented with a maze like this, a little bit like something along the lines of Amidar or Kid Grid. You have to surround all of the shapes in order to capture them. And you'll see as you do that you get pursued by the wasps, which are the little sort of vaguely bug / person shaped creatures that are initially at the top of the screen, and they gradually join the playfield one by one. And the thing with the mouth, that is a wasp-eating beetle that you can release by surrounding one of these squares that's got his face on. And that helps you keep the wasps under control, because, as the name suggests, it will eat them. So you've got another means of defending yourself in this, which is by pressing the fire button, which causes you to jump, which is basically just a quick teleport out of trouble. It just teleports you somewhere else in the maze. So you have a limited number of those though, and you get more by surrounding the jump spaces on the board. And that's about it really, that's how this game works. So you capture areas of the board, you release the beetle, and when he's flashing like that he's a super beetle, so he's a little bit faster. But that doesn't last forever, unfortunately. And as I say, if you think you're in trouble you can just hit the fire button and jump somewhere else on the board. A bit like using hyperspace in asteroids and stuff like that. That's not necessarily a guarantee that you're going to get out of trouble. But it gives you a chance to escape at least. Now this one you'll see has got a key on it. So if we surround this key, that warps us straight to another level. Or apparently the same level. Let's do that again and see what happens. Well, it gives us an extra life, though. Well, that might just be the number of points I've acquired. Oh, okay, yeah, so it sends you to a random level. So in this case, it's actually sent us back to the first level. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, because that means some easy points for us. But yeah, the risk you take with that is that it might send you straight to the level you were already on. But I mean, you haven't really lost anything if you do that. Oh, get out of here. Oh, I just mistimed my jump there. Now, you see down at the bottom of the screen, there's a bit on the status bar that says Coast On. Now what that means is that you're constantly moving. So a bit like in something like Pac-Man or indeed Kid Grid and Amidar and that sort of thing. You push a direction, you start moving in that direction, you keep moving in that direction. If you have a bit of difficulty with that though, you can just press select to turn off coast mode, and that means you can stop wherever you like. Oh, that's interesting. It didn't send us to level 2 after that first level. This is quite an intriguing level, actually. There's not very many beetle spaces on this one. Oh, also, you'll notice that the super beetle can eat multiple wasps, whereas a standard beetle will go back into the home base up at the top once he's eaten one wasp. I believe the super beetle occurs at random. So you just have to sort of hope for the best, really. No! It's definitely getting trickier now. This is one of those games that we had back in the day, and I used to like because of its presentation and the sound effects as well. The sound effects are one of those things that stayed with me over the years, for one reason or another. But I feel like when I played it back in the day, I maybe didn't 100% understand entirely what was going on. Which is a little bit weird, because it's fairly straightforward and simple in terms of mechanics and basic concept, but I don't know. But back when I was a kid, there were just certain types of game I found a little bit easier to pass. And I think the sort of abstract presentation of this game made things a little trickier to understand than they might otherwise have been. In particular, I remember not quite understanding the concept of the beetle. I thought the beetle was another enemy who just showed up every so often. I didn't quite get why he was sort of following around, and I didn't really understand the fact that he was eating the wasps. I also didn't know they were wasps. Because as with 90% of our Atari 8-bit software collection, as I mentioned before, the version of this we had was acquired from the local computer club, and as such had no instructions, no packaging, no explanation of what it was. We just knew we had a game called Jeepers Creepers, and that was it. So, I mean, they don't really look like wasps, do they? Gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Those wasps are actually quite smart. They follow you and cut you off and all sorts of things. But yeah, I was used to like this little get ready screen here with the little tune, and hey, we got the same level again. I wonder if it just randomly picks which level you go to next each time. Including sometimes just sending you to the same level that you've just been on. Eat them up, my pretties. Oh no, go away. Eat the thing. Thank you. That's better. Super Beetle! Yeah, I think it is just picking a random level to send you to rather than doing a linear sequence of levels. That's interesting. Because, I mean, each playthrough is a little bit different and gives you a bit of variety. And then back to level 1 again. This is, however, raising the question of exactly how many levels there are. Because at the moment we've only seen, I think, 4 different ones? No! Well, let's finish this one and see what happens then. He says, I will attempt to finish this one and see what happens anyway. But yeah, I rather like this game. I find it quite amusing that, sort of back on its original reviews, no one seemed to notice that it was an Amidar clone. And I don't think it came out before Amidar. I forget what year Amidar came out. I'll have to check that. But there were certainly a fair few games like this around at the time. We've seen Kid Grid previously, and that one from the German disc magazine. What was it called? Amidar. I was about to say what was it called, but it was called Amidar because it was a shameless rip-off of Amidar. But it was also free, so you can't really complain too much. No, leave me alone! Oh, that's harsh. There's some old school collision detection going on there. None of your hitbox nonsense. It's all about whether or not your pixels overlap. Oops! Oh, it's all over. It's all over. Alright, are there any other options we can fiddle with? Well, I pressed the option button and it just started a new game, so... I guess... no. Let's play with Coast On again for a bit. Now, you notice if you play with Coast On, you still stop when you reach the end of a pathway, so you can still stop moving, but it's just a little bit trickier to control. It does ensure that you keep moving though, which would in theory be helpful for making sure that you stay clear of the wasps, but get away! That was a lucky escape! Yeah, those wasps are surprisingly aggressive. Alright, first level again. Get out of here. That beetle ate you, and you know it. Leave me alone. Cheeky little shits. Yeah, you get eaten. No, I'll get eaten. Good, good, good. Alright, let's try and do this level properly, instead of just going straight for the key. Does look like a tricky one though. Lots of boxes on this one to fill in. But that should mean lots of lovely points. And we love points, don't we, boys and girls? Because we are retro gamers. Points give our life meaning. Oops. I wonder if there's any sort of bonus on offer for actually completing this level properly when the option is there. Go away. Oh, it's difficult. Right, save the key for last. Just go get all the other stuff. Now go get the key. No, go away. Leave me alone. Well, no special bonus, but in theory we would have got more points out of that anyway. Oh, it's this level again. Yeah, that's a weird design decision. I say I get it because it means that each playthrough is a little bit different, and it, in theory, keeps things interesting for the player. But it also feels like there's not very many levels in the first place. So, and I feel like randomly selecting levels like that really works best if you've got a large pool to choose from. And right now it just feels like there's only 3 or 4 of them. Oh well, no worries. I mean, I'm having fun. This is a fun game. Not the most impressive on Atari 8-bit or anything like that, not the most original. But as a simple arcadey experience, it does the job. It's presented well, it moves smoothly. The sounds aren't overly obnoxious. And the addition of that coast option is something I really like in this. So if you feel like you don't really get on with the sort of constant movement style of controlling a character in this sort of game, then you don't have to play it that way. Yeah, eat them all. If you could eat them a bit quicker, that would be great. Oh. No! That's end coast off again. Oh, I can't. Interesting. You can't change it mid-game. You have to do it on the first level before you start. Or perhaps only between lives, but you certainly can't change it in the middle of moving around. Well then, interesting. Yeah, that's good fun. That's good fun. I do still like that game. That is Jeepers Creepers from Quality Software in 1982 for Atari 8-bit. As I say, not the most special thing the Atari 8-bit has to offer, but it's a perfectly competent and enjoyable game. And if you enjoy this sort of arcade-style experience, it's worth giving a shot. So, let's leave that there for today. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.